What's up, y'all? This is Why You Tripping Off Me. Welcome to the show. The marathon is about to begin. We got 22 videos for the marathon. Welcome to the show. The marathon is about to begin. We got 22 videos for the marathon. Okay, well, right now I'm trying to get the sound right for the video because I don't hear any sound either for the video. So, uh, we're gonna have to do some. You ain't missing nothing right now, but we got 22 videos lined up. And escape from carbonation is on the list. Best believe that. Escape from carbonation is on the list. Uh, Trap Princess is on the list. And I'm trying to use this Streamlab stuff. So if it don't work with this, then we're gonna have to do it with OBS. But shout out to the first people in the building: Observer, Midclad, Olivia, observing stuff. Yes. So right now I got my people in the room working cutting wires and stuff trying to get the audio right. So now you can hear. Cool. It'll be all right in a minute. Got the engineers and the junior engineers and the you know we got the interns in there. Because of the quarantine, we only can have one engineer in the studio at a time. The rest is like on the other side of the booth window using sign language, trying to help. So let me see. Let me see. Do a sound check. Let me try again. Nothing. Nothing. I don't hear nothing. Wow. What's up? What's up? All the people walking into the room. It's going down. You ain't missed nothing yet. I'm just trying to get the audio together. Just give me a second. We testing it out. One, two. Nothing. Check, check. Well, huh. Isn't that special? Okay, I'm going to try a different way. Can y'all hear that? I just can't get it. Yeah, it's low, huh? Well, there's another way around it. I didn't want to have to go that route, but oh, okay. Some screens let you share audio. That's what I'm looking for. I didn't click share audio. So let me try that again. Ether. Well, this is off to a great
What's
start.
up? Giselle Julio in the building.
It's the bootleg mixtape party. I hate myself. Look, there was one video where dude kind of took a leak or something. He turned around, Nubian turned around in the straight Rambo, and I had to move the film so you only can see his head because I was like, I ain't finna promote that. That's why I got this big boule sign here because it's just too much weird stuff on their screen. the little midget turned around and showed his little tush. How you gonna put your tush on the camera? Oh my God. Cause I'm jacking your beats.
They mentally in hell, projecting hell, came into my higher self, and God's body we ourselves, it's time to heal ourselves.
I jumped off the porch, yeah, beat out the man in the middle, and you know I came to the source. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nature my only hero, I give back and it's giving me more.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
Came to the tropics for clarity, but I don't fuck a resort. No, no, no. In the jungle, living humble, I'm living in tune with the earth.
Well, you know what? We can call them by their real names, and that's going to continue to piss them off. But hey, I don't care about pissing them off. But you ain't gonna win no points by calling them by their real names. That's just gonna irk them even more.
I jumped off the porch, yeah, beat out the man in the middle, and you know I came to the source. Nature my only hero, I give back and it's giving me more. Came to the tropics for clarity, but I don't.
In the jungle living sweet, had to get connected to the earth. Melanated bars on the beat, catchy sun rays, UVB, breathing oxygen that I need. Push it back up to the trees.
In my tent, in my tent, I jumped off the porch. That's the only part of the song I know. Okay, since everybody's here, we can move forward with the movie. We got all the technical stuff. Is
Yeah, AK-47. 30 rounds.
We got all the technical stuff taken care of.
I'm trying to crowd him too much. I'm nervous. Especially you, bro. I wouldn't crowd him, bro. You tall and big, bro. Yeah. I wouldn't crowd him.
With guns, all women, men, don't matter, nigga. They all had guns, right? So then they fucking pulled Grandmaster Chief out of the car as they blocked the road, and they tried to like skirt off one nigga. We recorded that too. They really tried to like dash off on us on some like Mario Kart type shit, like racing, like they was gone, trying to like escape us, trying to ditch us. But we followed them, and we ended up going to their I don't know what to call it, their station.
Eating like a motherfucker. Nah, they took Chief. We was getting in the car and they took Chief and put him in handcuffs for no reason. And they separated him and put him in that truck. So we're gonna follow him to the police station.
Let me tell y'all something. Peace reflections. Check it out, right? I heard a little rumor going on saying that Vic is saying that Master Chief is not in jail and he's already home. That's not true. I'm not sitting here lying to you. We're not lying to you. This shit is serious. Why the fuck would we make a joke about Chief being in jail? That's just...
Other than that, there's nothing wrong. There's no problem. Truth, man, these lies, it's just lies. The only two children here are babies. Yeah, keep putting hearts in the room. Just keep putting hearts in the room. No, let us in, man. Let us in. Gracias.
Why act like we're doing something wrong and make up things this important? That's period. Like Jay-Z or Nicki Minaj, you're always going to have a percentage of people that are going to hate on you and they're going to have something to say about you. Oftentimes, when these situations happen, people go and try to down is just trolls. That's simply it. You see what I'm saying? What the Nicaraguan police have right now is just allegations of people saying things online. Nothing is nothing actually has any documents or any warrants out there. Trust me, I know. I had a warrant about it. You have a warrant, everybody knows about it. It's public. You can go online, you can find it. And in a foreign country, if we had a warrant, best believe that it would be on the news. Best believe that the U.S. Marshal will come with the squad and be taking, chief now or whoever had a warrant outside the country. It would be a political affair. What's happening right now is what we've been. He's been held for 4 whole days. 4 whole days and haven't had any information. So now you know it's not true. It's not the truth. And he's going to get let out. So, all of y'all trolls out there who are making those videos, going and saying these allegations, you're working, you know what I mean? You could have spent better time doing something that you like, rather than going and getting someone's personal business, trying to, sort of, you did that. Why don't you say something positive? Y'all out there are negative ass people, and that's all you project is negativity.
Listen, Reflection, share this video, share this message, broadcast this frequency. If you were in the position of the Honorable Master Chief Eligio, what would you want? Would you want to be sitting in a position where you have been falsely accused, where people have lied on you? Would you want to just be sitting in that position? You would want people to send their energy to do something about it, to speak out. We have an obligation. The trolls and their hatred and their negativity, their hatred for self, they have put him in this position, and now we have to use our love for self, our love for everyone that in different forms of ourselves.
Strong mindset. No matter how much pressure comes, I don't feel as if that pressure is more powerful than my ability to overcome it. I'm very serious. I'm very intense. My sun is in the 8th house. My Venus is in the 8th house, Scorpio. So, very intense. I like the pressure. I like the intensity. I like some people run. I like it. I like being in sticky situations. I like being under pressure. I like having to make decisions real quick. I like being pushed to the brim. That's why I went to the military. That's why I succeeded in the military. Because where people got pushed to the brim and cracked and folded, I excelled. Oh, staying up for 24 hours, not eating for 24 hours, walking with 35 pounds on my back, running for 8 miles, 10 miles, 12 miles, in the freezing cold, in the rain, in the scorching heat. I like that shit. I like that shit. And what I'm telling you now is this is what determines whether or not you're a real person or you're
30 officers. They took our vehicle out of the gates and they escorted us. And they were like, if we weren't fucking cooperating, they would have beat us. This is Nicaragua, you know what I'm saying? This is some fucking foul ass shit. This is a corrupt ass system. They beat the fuck out of us.
And I want to expose you to yourself because you be possessed with a demon and don't even know it. Why? Why are you looking for something negative? Why everything you see, everything you say, everything is full of negativity? Because you are a low vibrational entity. You feed off of negativity, and that's what you are promoting. That's what you're trying to find. And that's what you're trying to put on me, but I ain't letting it happen. I'm gonna rebuke them demons. Y'all make fake pages and you troll people because you are literally, these people are literally devils, my nigga. They are demons. A devil don't do nothing but point out the negative in something. That's all that you can see because that's all that you are, and that's all that you can promote is negativity because that's what you are. You are a negative. You feed off of it. That's what you live off. Negativity, drama, propaganda. Here's he said, she said. This is why these reality shows is coming out here. You love it. They love reality shows. People are actually making fake drama for y'all and getting paid for that. That becomes a hustle to make fake drama in these reality shows. That's not real. But y'all love the reality show. Now leave them there, baby. Let them talk. I want them to see themselves. As you see the comments come up, you see negativity. Why? Because all they are negative. You're negative. You're on a negative vibration. You're demons. You're the devil's children. That's all you want is negative. You looking for something wrong. Oh yeah, this is what he is. That's what he is. Yeah, you looking for it. You lurking. That's because you are a devil. That's what you're devil children. You're here. That's what you love. That's why they got these reality shows where people acting like they mad at each other, fighting. They love to see drama. They love to see broken people. They love to see. They love it. They feed off that vibe. They feed off that negative ass energy, my nigga. But you're not going to last. You are going to be. You are not going to win. You don't win in the end. You're going to lose. You're not going to last. You're here temporarily. You're here temporarily. You will not win. You will not win. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. You fucking demons. I want everybody to know how these people are. They feed off of that. You see the numbers, the views go up and things get negative. Oh, they love it. These are the devil's children. They're never around when things are positive. We got positive vibes all over the page. Yeah. No one's viewing that shit. But when it's negativity, oh, they feed off that. Oh, they love it. Drama. Negativity. We need it. What's going on with Don? What's going on with Velvet? They even call her by her lower self. They call her by her lower self. What's going on with Velvet? Yeah, they always call you by who you used to be. They're like, what's going on with Velvet?
And when you start
Creepy bastards. You motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And then when they, come on, let's go over there to Pops. You fuck. These people are terrible. You got to know that this is a spirit. This is a real spirit, my nigga. And these are real demonic forces looking for negativity, feeding off of people's negativity, bro. And if they can't get it, they'll make some shit up. They'll make some shit up. They'll make some shit up. You see the people that ain't got no pictures, they cowards. They got no pictures, and they say that everybody that ain't got no pictures in the room are talking shit. You see what I'm saying? Because they cowards.
Sucker what they queer to. I'll treat it clean like a brick till they vibrate with a groove. Weird. I'm a computerized fucker with a queer wire. I have come with my digits and a rotten desire. Queer. I wasn't made in Japan. I feel better head than Pac-Man. My tongue is electronic. My brick is supersonic. Push the right number, and I'll make your cunt thunder.
Watch. Listen to the energy, nigga. Yeah, this energy. Yeah. We need to exercise this energy. They gotta get this energy out, bro.
No brick can dethrone me. I'll put ecstasy of praise. Make her cunt come fiberglass. Yeah.
And do you know this bitch was turned on by that kind of talk? A fucking cussing computer.
I'm much more than a robot. You see, 20,000 kilowatts running through my vein. I am a computerized fucking machine. Brothers and sisters and mother-in-laws, I went from R2D2 of Star Wars.
You know, this bitch wanted to buy that fucking computer. But I told her, I said, "Ho, don't you know you can't buy that shit with food stamps?"
They said it was all about knowledge. And now I feel like I got most of it all.
That's my rant for today. Man. Because I get so many people coming at me, telling me that I'm wrong, that I'm right. What are you doing? You know, what does your life look like? Are you going to go here? Are you going to go there? It's like I get so much coming at me, right? But my rant for the day is, if you believe that how you are living and what you believe in is the truth, why are you going around bashing everybody for living in theirs? That's a question you must ask. If you believe that the knowledge that you know reflects in your life and that it is right, why do you feel you need to go around wronging everybody else for what they're choosing to do? Because I'm going to tell you how the truth is. The truth don't need no one going around bashing them and trying to prove that it's the truth. The truth just be what it is. And allow those to resonate with it, to come to it.
We have died already. Our lives, progressions of death, whom shall we fear? We, the strange fruit of Billy's moans, watched ourselves swing from trees. Watched them carve away the bone of our man. Sat passively in classes while they faggotized our minds. Hey, man. We have another day.
Better now? So yeah, somebody asked the question, did I have to do drugs? And no, I didn't have to do drugs. Like he didn't, he wasn't that type of pimp. Like for some reason the universe kind of spared me a little bit with like even when I messed up, because he did like me, so he wasn't that kind of pimp that like you know all those bad stories that you hear. Like, he didn't make me do drugs or anything like that. He did have a lot of drugs around him, but I didn't feel the need to do it. Like I didn't, like no, it's just like drugs. I don't want to even try it, so I just left it alone. Like if he had drugs or money or whatever.
Said you was on Fig and not Manchester.
I was on Figueroa one time, and I was in Orange County on Beach Boulevard. Yeah, so Figueroa was over there.
I said you've been through a lot. You definitely deserve peace.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about having sex with other men a lot?
didn't like it, but I saw it as like a business. Like my mind has saw it as like a business. So when I did have like what you would call like clients and stuff, I made it like a business. Like I had a timer and everything. Like I had rules, and I was like, yo, you gonna this is the time you get, that's it, you out of here. And then so like that was it. And sometimes people will call and they didn't even want you to do nothing. Like I had somebody call me, they paid me like $200 just to kick them in the balls. And I was kicking them in the balls, and he was like, harder. And I was like, I kicked him again. He was like, harder. I kicked him again. He was like, harder. And I was like, okay, so I backed up and I just like kicked him really hard. He was like, ooh. And I was like, okay, that's it. And he was like, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, that was weird, but that was really easy. So I was like, okay, get my money so I can go. Pay me my money so I can go.
That nigga said, ooh, yeah, that's it right there, baby.
What kind of shit is that? I never heard of nothing like that before. And he was
You see what I'm saying? Because when you move, the mic is going to muffle. So yeah, I need y'all to help me get in contact with Sarnetta. We need to blow this up, like for real. I need an interview with Sarnetta. Tell him I'm trying to get an interview with him and blow this shit up, because at the end of the day, y'all blowing us up online like we really out here doing something and hurting people and doing all this crazy shit that y'all saying and all these alleged stories that y'all making up in y'all own mind, and that's fucked up. So exactly what the trolls are doing to Carbonnation, exactly what the trolls are doing to Chief, we need to be doing the same thing, but in our own way, with love. You understand what I'm saying? We need to call the embassy. Everybody who knows what the fuck is going on for real, you need to get the number off our page. We're gonna be posting that all over social media. Everybody needs to have that that clip, that photo. It says support Carbonnation. It has the embassy number on there. It has the Nicaraguan police facility that Chief is currently at right now. He's been detained. They're at that facility. It has their number on there, and it also has our PayPal on there. That picture needs to be filtered around social media. It needs to be all over everybody's page, and you need to be repeating, like putting that out over and over and over and over, because just how the trolls got him in jail is exactly what we need to do to get him out. You understand what I'm saying? If we don't use that same energy that our lower self has used to put him in jail, then you know what I'm saying, he's gonna be in there for fucking ever. And if you really care about yourself in his form, then you will do anything you can and everything you can to help us get him out. Now I'm gonna update y'all on the situation. They are the people, the police, the Nicaraguan police does not have anything, any physical evidence or any type of anything to arrest him for. When we asked the police, what is Eligio Bishop arrested for? They're like, they don't have anything to tell us. All they're telling us is that I'm interrogating Eligio Bishop. I'm just investigating Eligio Bishop. That's all that they're telling us. And we're like, how much investigation can you do from last Friday up until now? There's not that many questions in the world for you to do. We know how long this process takes as far as studying or investigating a situation. It's not that hard, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what's going on here. So by law, and here in Nicaragua, you can't keep anybody, you can't detain anybody past 48 hours if you don't have any type of evidence for their arrest. So once you can't attain any type of evidence within the 48 hours of their arrest or their detainment from in your facility or whatever, you have to let them go. Chief has been there since last Friday, and there are people there that have been there for a couple months because nobody is there to get them out. Nobody is there on their behalf to tell them their story. Let alone these people in that prison that prison that Chief is at. They don't even have contact with people like
Never
that.
complained about having to give up her family. She was cool with that. She was very open to literally leave everyone in her family hanging. She was very willing to continue disrespecting them publicly, right? Because she was riding with her man. That was never any of her issues. Her issue was simply polygamy and sharing him with other women, which goes back to my point of who she is as a person. She's a very selfish human being. And I've said that always.
All that you become one with, you don't see the physical results, but it's playing out within your subconscious, right? Within your cells. Your cells are like intercourse of what you listening to, what you eating. It's all affecting you on the cellular level. Say you Go ahead.
Say for instance, if you're listening to a song, right, and then in the song they got "I smoked this weed" or "I got this bitch" or something like that, right? And you listening to that, you becoming one with those words, so you actually doing it yourself. You saying that yourself, and even if you watching, say you watching a commercial. You watching one of them fucking Got Milk commercials, and you see somebody drinking a glass of milk, got the fucking milk mustache. You are drinking that milk at that time. You know what
Or
I'm
say
saying?
that you actually do drink the milk.
Yeah, say that
you got already you picking up environmental signals from your environment that the environment is activating genes within you. As the ribosome is making the protein, it's
microRNA.
Right. The microRNAs of the food or the products that you eat carry microRNAs of their own that attach to yours and alter that gene play.
Facts.
Careful with that, man. Because for real, you have an intercourse with everything. You know, everything you see, as soon as you open your eyes,
right.
Whatever you're looking at, you have an intercourse with it. You know, so you gotta protect your subconscious mind because things go into there and it can program you. You know, and if you wanna live the truth, you gotta refuse the lies. You can't let the lies come in your subconscious mind. You gotta protect it. And you gotta protect your heart.
These niggas was not online before you met me. These people was not online. There was no OMAC before you met me. There was no Velvet before you met me. These people wasn't online. But why are they doing this? If you left here, why are you getting online still? Why are you doing that? You know that that's an attack on me. Think about that. Just think about it. That ain't nothing but a motherfucking attack. That's a fact. You feel what I'm saying? You knew you wouldn't even. These people are using, like, they know if they go live that it's going to be to watch what you going to do to hurt him. You see what I'm saying? I've been on live. They came here. I introduced you to them people. Them people wasn't on live before they wasn't vlogging and blogging before they met. Come on, man. Now all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? OMAC wasn't even painting. The nigga wasn't even painting. I told him to paint. Real
and
shit.
She started getting yeast infections. She started getting fucking UTIs and all this crazy shit. And she thinking in her mind, like, I never got this before. Why do I have it with this specific person? That's because the energy is not conducive with your being. That's like, for instance, I'm gonna use me as an example because this happened to me before, and I just want to be open and make it public to the world. I had intercourse with a white type before, and that happened to me. And I was like, why do I have this? I never had this before. You know what I'm saying? I started. Like, it was just crazy. It was because the frequency that I was on a higher frequency than him. Our frequency was not equally yoked. So I started taking on stuff that was not good for me. You know what I'm saying? And it started playing out into physical manifestation, stuff that wasn't good for me. So that was actually myself showing me myself that I shouldn't be messing with that part of myself.
And what it is too is the sperm actually holds information, like you know how energy can be transferred through liquid and gas. So the sperm actually holds the information, microRNA information. If you look this up, you can research that if you're healthy and you're eating of an alkaline diet, sperm can actually be a superfood. It's a superfood. So you can that's something else. But I mean, this just goes to show that when you actually intake that and it's in your body, it will transfer. That information will transfer, and then you'll start taking on character.
We have died already. Our lives, progressions of death, whom shall we fear? We, the strange fruit of Billy's moans, watched ourselves swing from trees. Watched them carve away the bone of our man. Sat passively in classes while they facultized our minds. Hey, man.
For God's children to not be stumbled and not to be hindered and perturbed by their own self because they didn't have enough energy to get up and get what needs to be done. I want you to get up and actually go out and do it. Quit your job. Work for free. You know your talents. If you're God's children, you know you have a talent. Use that talent and get what work for free and master your reality and study thyself, and everything else will be added unto you. You don't need to worry about any of that other stuff that you're thinking about. Don't worry about what you don't have. Don't worry about what you need. Just think about what you need. Say you go get that. Take steps towards it, and it's gonna happen. And everybody's journey is different, so I can't. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know exactly what I'm saying. Everybody's journey is different, so all I can say is that what I just said.
Nobody knows about this. Y'all know about this. Nobody else knows about this. So I ended up reaching out to this Kama Sutra coach, because I wanted to connect with my soul. I wanted to go into that higher plane of existence, and I knew that sex could get me there. But I was like, but how? But how? And so something said, go to Kama Sutra, and so I did. So and it didn't last long. I'm gonna tell you why it didn't last long. So I get this coach, right, and we're going through the internet. And I only had one session with this man, and it was a white man, and he was like in the Netherlands or somewhere. He had an accent, and so he asked me all these questions, and he was like, "Yeah," I think he even said that my sacral chakra was blocked. That he was like, "Yeah," and he was like, "It started when you was a child." And I was like, yeah. And he was like, well, we're going to open you up. And I was like, okay. And so he was like, and he asked me how I felt about my body. And I was obviously ashamed of it. And he was like, well, he said, you're going to have to let go of that shame. And he said, I'm going to give you some exercises. So he was like, first, when you think of sex, don't just think of your genitals. He was like, it's the touch, it's the connection. And he said, so I want you to get something that's non-sexual, and I want you to hold it. I want you to hold it. And I'm laughing at Chief. I want you to hold that object. And he said, I want you to be with it and touch it. And so I got a remote controller. And so he was like, be with this remote controller and just touch it. And I'm sitting there, and he was like, and as you're touching the remote controller, start touching yourself. And I was like, I'm not doing that. And I was like, no, absolutely not. I said, this session is over with. And so after that, I did not have the session with him. And I don't know if maybe I wasn't mature enough to handle, or I was smart enough to know, I don't know if this is right, but I'm not going to do this anymore. So that was my one little thing with the Kama Sutra thing. But what I realized,
because I'm not embarrassed of what happened. Like every little decision that I made back when I was in Babylon, I'm not ashamed. But when I was in Babylon, I did worry a lot. Like my sun, my Mercury, and my Jupiter in the 9th house, right? So after every situation where I feel like I could have done better, I'm always taking it and magnifying it and seeing like what I could have done better. And so since I'm so optimistic as well, no matter even what that person did, if they reacted negatively, I still switch it around and I make it positive. That's how my mind takes the information, and that's how it perceives it.
Come from as a preacher's daughter. Yes, my grandfather, because my grandparents, they had adopted me, and my grandfather was a minister of a denomination. Okay, so everything that Chief said about the preacher's daughter was true. Now, let's go a step back. When I was younger, I was very aware of the difference of my body compared to a male and a female, and I was very curious, but no one set me down and spoke to me about my sexuality. No one told me about the birds and bees. I don't even think my grandparents even knew what the birds and bees was. I know that my grandmother got pregnant, and when she went back in them days, when you got pregnant, they married you off. That's just how it goes. So no one didn't tell her, so she couldn't teach me anything that no one else didn't teach her. And so you said the preacher and deacon are big freaks as well. Well, my grandfather, he wasn't. But I'm gonna get to that too. So no one taught me about my body and the feelings that I had even as a little girl, because you start receiving them feelings, as you start to hit puberty. But no one sat down and talked to me. And I remember one time I went to my grandmother and I asked her, I was like, "What's an orgasm?" And she just looked at me and was like, "Get out." Like she was like, "I'm not." She said, "Just get out." She didn't reprimand me. She didn't even entertain it. She just told me to leave the room. She didn't want to.
Peace to the gods. Why is the black church the Antichrist? The black church is the Antichrist because the church teaches you to live a life based upon a book that was given to them by their oppressor. The Bible teaches you to believe in things off of faith, not scientific facts or objective evidence. The black church got you thinking that Jesus and the 12 disciples is a actual based on a true story type event, when it's not. Jesus, the Bible, the whole concept is the same as the Three Little Pigs, Humpty Dumpty, any other folklore, fable, hearsay, or story that you can think of that's used and meant as a way to teach a lesson. Jesus is not a real person. He's not a real person. He's just a character in the story. It's like 50 years from now, you have niggas worshiping Harry Potter. Like, Harry Potter did this, and Harry Potter had a magic wand, and Hermione and Ralph and whatever them niggas name, Dumbledore. Imagine 50, 100 years from now, people living their life and basing their life decisions off of Harry Potter, man. And you think that that's not what's going on with the Bible? The Bible the same thing as Harry Potter, man. You can put them on the same level.
I don't never use condoms, bro. Ever. I never use condoms ever. Just cut it out. Fuck out of here. I'm not using no condom. What that look like? I'm like every animal in nature. I never use a condom ever. Point blank period. It is what it is. So straight up, I just don't like. Just like everything in nature. Put a condom on a dog, a bear, a lion, a tiger. No, you don't put. They don't wear condoms. What the fuck I'm gonna wear a condom for? Even when I was in Babylon, like way back in the day, like I was like putting a condom on. I used to just put it on the tip of my head. That was it. Go real deep, and then the shit to come off. Keep going. I don't use condoms. I can't. No. So for her to just say we use protection, it was like, could you imagine me putting a condom on? Like, where? What? Bitch, we do a contraband check. If you come in here with a condom, no, give me a wine cup glass. If you come in here with a condom, we throwing them condoms away. If you come in here with medicine, condom, anything like that, we throwing that shit away. Unless it's like you got some kind of condition or something like with your heart or something like that.
I'm no coward, I'm solar powered. As long as I know that you'll be there with me, face to face when I break the tape, the kiss when we cross the finish line.
Have y'all met Aya? Y'all haven't met Aya before, have you?
Have y'all met me before?
I don't think we met you before. Hello.
Hello.
I don't think they met Aya before.
Oh, I was thinking that when I get my long hair, gonna get a name change.
You get a name change?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yep.
Who did your hair? This nice. I like your little.
Shouts out to my chief.
Your chief.
Yep.
Your chief did your hair.
Yep.
That nigga got skill. He do
Yeah,
everything.
he got skills.
He do video
Everything
shoots.
good. He sing.
He sing. He got the knowledge.
Oh my gosh.
He be dropping that D on him. He got 5 wives. He live in the jungle. This man do everything. He do photo shoots. He's a god. And guess what? He come from nothing, and he doing it, and he ain't sell it. So yeah, he do a lot of things. He got all these beautiful women.
Yep.
Come here, Malia.
Malia.
R. Kelly ass motherfucker. That's right, nigga. That's right.
Mama Malia.
Look at y'all.
Here. Peace reflection. You know what I gotta go get? And then the floss things I have in that drum.
What up? What up, Jamie?
You.
Man, I love chilling with y'all every day. Damn, are you looking like a model, girl? Damn.
Give me a kiss.
You looking like a whole thing. You watch. You looking like a whole thing. Looking like a whole thing, Aya. You looking like a whole thing, Aya. You should have called you. You looking like a whole thing, baby. Baby, you looking like a whole thing.
I'm grateful.
You looking like a whole thing.
You got the vision.
Huh?
You got the vision.
You looking like a whole thing. Ouch. Come here for a minute. Walk to me. Walk that way for me. Just. Come to me.
Yeah.
Come here. Oof. Yeah. Yeah. Oops. 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 Damn. Damn. Maybe want to hold your hand.
Oh
You make me want to hold your hand. You're so beautiful. You go right with this mountain. Yeah, you go right with this mountain. Oh, girl. Powerful.
They said it was all about knowledge. And now I feel like I got most of it all.
They trying to get in. I locked this in because I don't trust them. Like y'all remember in Nicaragua, right? I wanted to leave and you know how that shit happened. So I locked the door here. He's trying to get in on this side. Megatron. What do you need, Tron? What do you need the computer room for? You can go in through the other way. I can't unlock that door. Go over there. This has access to my room, so I prefer you go through the other door. Yeah, so go over there. I'll meet you over there. Right. So, yeah, you see Tron at the door, you know, doing his thing. You know, they like to send Tron because he's the biggest one. Nubian hit my phone chip. You know, Master True and Mama Sheba pretending, per usual. Over there pretending, per usual. There they go. Yeah. No, we about to talk. I'm about to close this door. I'm locking this door. We about to talk, y'all. Hold up. No, move. Slide underneath the door, please. No, this is dead serious. This ain't a fucking script. Sheba is low-key evil. You already knew that. Where's the chip? And then I'll slide it underneath the door. I'm not opening the door for you. Where's the chip? It's not there. I just checked. So I'm not giving that to you until I have my stuff. I need my money. I need my phone chip. No, definitely not. Because the last time I opened the door for you, you refused to leave. I'm not doing that. So News at the door trying to get his passport, but he has my phone chip. He has my phone chip and my money. So so we're gonna talk about a couple things.
How you gonna play it? How you gonna play it?
Y'all remember? Yo, this shit is crazy. This shit is freaking crazy.
How you gonna play it? 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 How you gonna play it?
So,
how you gonna play it? How you gonna play it?
like I said, New has my phone chip. They have my money. That won't release my money. I asked Chief, so I asked Chief if he would release the money, you know, because they all listen to him. He's like, oh, I can read them. I'll put up the screenshots. I'll screenshot it and put it up so y'all can read it. Do not come in this room. So they're trying to get into the room.
We're not against rap. We're not against rappers.
This shit is crazy. Yo, I don't even know where to fucking start. Like, I really don't.
We're not against rap. We're not against rappers. But we are against those thugs.
So I really don't know where to start. I feel really overwhelmed right now. I feel overwhelmed as fuck right now. Because this is at the top of the fucking mountain. Yeah, it is scary. It is fucking scary. Because they literally have my money. He's not trying to release my money. I'm gonna put the screenshots up after this about him saying, like, pretty much trying to say that he brought in money, even though I have the transactions that the money came from my account. He just doesn't want to release the money. So, like in Palenque, when I said I wanted to leave, he hid my phone. Now he hid my phone chip. The phone chip. I'm actually on his phone chip right now because his phone chip is in my phone. He took my phone chip and hid it. He won't give that back. I told them I want to leave. They're trying to ask me to stay a couple days, but I'm not willing to do that. I'm not willing to stay a couple days so I can wait for them to plan some shit out. Like, no, that's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Somebody asked why I went back. I went back because I don't want to be a single mother. I want my daughter to have her father in her life. But for this, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not about to have my daughter in this. And then to have this type of father figure in her life, absolutely not. No, I'm okay. We'll be okay. This is like, yeah, I'm about to get out. Can you take me to the bottom of the hill? I'll slide the keys under the door so you can start the spaceship. I'll give you your passport when I have my money. All right, I'm going to give you that. So I need my money. I need my phone chip. Where did you put the phone chip? Because you hid it, so just be honest and tell me where the phone chip is. You don't know where you hid it. I told her, I said I wanted to leave. And I asked for some of my money. I didn't ask for all the money back because I know they need the money. So I asked for some of my money, and they're not releasing that. Chief is trying to say that he brought in money. He's trying to act like he's trying to create confusion around the money, but there's clear fucking transactions. There's clear transactions. It's a tattoo. It's not a bruise. It's a tattoo. They're outside the door plotting, per usual. Do you need something? What do you need? No, that's not, no. You're not about to come. I tried to give you your stuff before. Now I need you to give me my phone chip. Let me know where you hid the phone chip. I can grab the phone chip because it's in the room. Where did you hide my phone chip? Where? I just checked the wallet. I just took apart your fanny pack. It's not in there. Where is it? You know where you hid it. Why are you trying to look for it? What? No, I don't need you to grab it for me. I can grab it. I'm in the room. Where is it? My Nubian's at the door, not my husband. He's at the door. He's the one who hid my phone chip. Where is my phone chip?
No, I don't need you to show me. Where is it? I'm not gonna play that game with you. I did that before. I learned my lesson on that. You just told me what? No, Nude did nothing. And that's the problem.
They said it was all about knowledge. And now I feel like I got most of it all.
They on the foot on next squad, bro. You inconvenience the shit out of people. You make us seem like something that we're not, and then we get released, and it shows that ain't nobody looking for me. If they was looking for me, I'd be in jail right now. You lying ass nigga. So I want to fight you. I want to fight you, man to man. We can set it up. I want to fear one, my nigga. You so tough. You talk all that shit. Now I'm in the States and I'm dead serious. I'm dead ass. You feel me? I want to fight you, my nigga. I want to knock you the fuck out. You gonna catch the fade, my nigga. And don't run. Don't run. Cause I'm here now. You want me? You've been taunting me all the time. I'm here now. I'm here. I'm in Texas. No guns. Catch the fade like a man. One-on-one. Me and you. Yes, we can meet up at a local gym. We could throw the gloves on, whatever you want to do. It don't matter. I just want to fight you, bro. I want to fight you to show the world you're a bitch. I want the world to know world news is a hoe, nigga. And I'm gonna put you on your ass. That's my word. You feel me? Look, did y'all hear me send a message out to him? I want to fight you man to man, bro. We can meet up in the field. We just want to get it on live, bro. Just want to get it on live. That's all I want. That's all I want in this whole thing. It'll be a Christmas gift for me. And I don't even celebrate Christmas. I'm in the States. This what you wanted? I'm here. You got all that talk online. All that. Jazzy G, you going to jail. LaTanya Jones, you going to jail. I'm getting all of y'all punk niggas. Because now we in America, yo. Let me calm down. All my real niggas hit me up, man. I'm here, man. We about to formulate, and everybody that's really about carbonation, we about to meet up. We about to formulate this thing together. I'm not really fucking with everybody, but on some real shit, I'm about to show you how these people is weirdos, my nigga.
There's a carbon person. 2 clips, but the other clip is missing. Don't tell anybody. I see YouTube people. Man.
Ask this question because I'm pretty sure quite a few people have this question in their head. So I'm sure that you've seen a lot of the videos out there about Nature Boy and the different diseases and all that other stuff and yada yada yada. I'm pretty.
Please.
Have you researched about it and just looking at the negative and the positive? Just wondering.
I'm not going to say that I'm oblivious to it. I have known about it, but once I got rid of those energies and all of that, I stopped. I had to get away from looking at those pages, because I was feeding my mind that, and I was feeding it to myself. I didn't want to put that into my reality because I already know the truth. I already knew the truth about the knowledge. I was already professing the kingdom of God, so that to me, me putting those negative things into my reality was just it was pointless at that point. And I'm like, why do I keep feeding myself negativity? These people, the trolls, they talk negatively about my family, and I became very protective. I'm very protective of them. That's a fact.
So even though I know that you
Things is disease. There's only dis-ease, and it's crazy because we it's like we have to keep reciting that. It's like that's the only thing everyone is just closed minded to. When you know what you know, there's nothing that no one else can tell you. When you know that you have truth in your heart and you have truth in your reality, then you know what you know. You understand what I'm saying? Like when you have negative energy and negative things around you, and when you're experiencing these negative thoughts that you're putting into your reality, then that's when you become at dis-ease. You become at dis-ease with your surroundings. You become at dis-ease within your body, and in turn, you're putting that out into the universe, and you're also giving it back to yourself.
Yeah, AK-47. 30 round. 30 round, man. You know, it was rough. And the scariest part about doing time is when you don't know how much time you're going to do. It's like being in the county. County time is the worst time. When they hold you, you don't know when you're getting out. You don't know what they want to do with you. And it's different when they give you time and you know what you go jail. And in this jail, you locked down 24/7. You can't, they let you out for like 20 minutes to get some sunlight when they want. Maybe I get out like once, maybe 5 times since I was out. I got out like 20 minutes. And even when you get sunlight, it's like 4 walls and a cage on top with the air is coming in from the bottom, and you like standing in these 4 walls. It's like a real political prison. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got people in there that were killing police officers, like bombing police officers and stuff like that. They were called bombers, and it was crazy, man. People that try to kill the president and do paperwork, shit. It was crazy. I was like, damn, I'm in here with a whole bunch of killers. But we made it out. They just deported me illegally. They just said, get on a plane, get out of here. I was like, am I banned? Like, what's going on? Like, they're like, no, you can come back. I'm like, I could come back. Like, oh, so y'all just going to illegally deport me? Like, they deport me on my free will. I bought my own ticket and I flew back to the States. And I'm here, like, you know what I'm saying? And I went through customs, you know, because I know I ain't got no warrants, but they, you know, people would say a lie over and over when you start to second guess your own shit. Like, do I got a warrant? Shit, it's been a minute. I might have a goddamn warrant. I was kind of nervous coming through customs. I'm like, shit. Did I do anything? Maybe they have an investigation on me or something? Like, so I would swipe my joint, you know, Eliana had an X on hers. She had an X. And a lot of people might say, well, why did you fly with only Eliana? Because she got the baby. I want to be my daughter. I wanted to be with her, you know what I'm saying, in the process. And I just kept thinking about Eliana, baby girl, and you know, I was like, yo, let's go. Let's just get on the flight together and let's get out of here. Plus, it was going to be way too expensive to immediately fly all of us, 15 people, back to the States. Plus, I'm coming right back. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I will not be going back to Nicaragua, though. That's something I'm never going to do because they jammed me up because they're just underdeveloped and they didn't know how to deal with, well, they wasn't equipped to deal with my circumstances. And they didn't know how to deal with me. You know, they were saying all kind of stuff about me. And these people didn't speak good English at all. Even in my interview that they asked me about, they were like, what is your religion? What do you guys believe in? And I could see they're on WhatsApp. They had to translate. They had to use Google Translate to talk to me to do the investigation. And that was the first couple of days I was there. And I wound up spending 3 weeks in a cell. And it was just crazy. I'm going through customs, like I said, I was second guessing my own shit. I'm like, yo, do I have a fucking warrant? Shit, I know I took care, because before I left on my journey, I made sure to take care of all my legal matters before I left, because I didn't want to ever end up getting locked up. So I always took care of my legal matters before I left. You feel me? I made sure I was a business owner. I was a barbershop owner. So I was legit when I left. Like, a lot of stuff that y'all hear about me was from years and years ago, my past life. And they use those things to kind of like create this version of me that I hear. And I'm like, wow. I mean, they took everything negative they could find and pieced it together and made a monster out of me. And I'm like, damn, that's who I am. Like, this is all that I am. Shit. All right. Okay. All right. But it will not hold up in court. Accusations and, like I told you, propaganda and drama is entertaining, but it doesn't make it the truth. And the things that they're saying, there are real people out there that are really doing that. There's real pedophiles out there. There's real sexual predators out there. There are really people out there that are really human trafficking. Actually, I met a human trafficker. You know what I'm saying? And he was a young boy. And he would get people around the borders. You see what I'm saying? So there's actually real people out there. So these things that they're accusing me about, it's like, you know, real serious shit. You know what I'm saying? And so they're very serious about these accusations. And yes, I gave them the ammo. Yes, I would take responsibility for giving them the ammo to even put that on me. The things that have been said, even if they were years ago, they were used against me. And I'm just glad that the investigators investigate and see that there's nothing illegally done, and they let me go. But I was in there way too long, and I thought I was going to be in there forever. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. And they let me go. So, because they had no charge. They were illegally holding me. They didn't know who the fuck I was. They ran me through the Interpol. They didn't see no charges. They would not have let me go. Trust me. They are not letting you go nowhere if you got warrants. You're not just going to get released to the fucking streets. You're not just going to get released if you know what I'm saying? So my release alone should let you know that all the accusations are just lies. You see what I'm saying? And again, like I said, I want to say thank you to everybody that was there for me. And I appreciate all the love. We're going to get back to teaching. But I'm going to take a break for a little bit. I got to handle some business and get my life back in order. This threw me off. So be patient with me. I'll be hit my inbox. I'm not going to be on live like that, like going crazy on live. Like, I got to get my life back together. I got a daughter. You know what I'm saying? As you can see my baby girl. Say hi. Say hi. Look at her. She getting so big. You gonna say hi? Y'all gonna put some hearts up for her? You put some hearts. You gonna say hi? You say hi? You gonna say hi? You gonna smile? Huh? You gonna smile? Yeah. You gonna say hi? You see the people? You don't know what's going on. Like, Daddy, what is that? Yeah, so this is my life, and I'm trying to get back in order, and I will be prepared anywhere I'm going. I will have a lawyer. I will contact the U.S. Embassy and let them know. And actually, Carbonnation, we are now we are a corporation. We are a church, a religion, and so it is. We already got our paperwork now straight to the point where this can't happen no more. We will be reporting to any country that we're in. We're reporting to the U.S. Embassy, and we will have a lawyer in process and to make sure that this never happens again. So to my haters, I want you to know that I know that I get it. I get it. You started something. It's become a character you became, and now it's like this is who you are, and you gotta go through it. And I understand that, and I want you to know that I forgive you. I got no hard feelings for any of y'all. I don't wish any harm to any of y'all. I just want you to know that. Can you please stop? You know what I'm saying? It's just fucked up because you're accusing an innocent man. I really did not do those things that you're accusing me of. I'm really not a pedophile. I'm really not a child abuser. I'm not a woman beater. Listen, I told you, I come from a very dark place growing up. And I was ignorant at one point, you know what I'm saying? And now I don't have to be that no more. I'm growing, I'm becoming more. Please allow me to grow. And please allow my people to grow. You know what I'm saying? And I hope you grow too. I want you to know I know you're doing your job. And you on your job, I'm gonna be on mine. And you really hurt me. You got me. You got me. You got me. If you was trying to hurt me, you hurt me. You hurt me really bad. I sat in our cell and I was tortured. Mentally, psychologically tortured. I got an ulcer that I'm getting over right now in my stomach. As you can see, I lost a lot of weight. You cause a lot of stress to my family. Eliana, my other wives. You got it. You got it, man. You got it. You did your job, man. You hurt me. If you want to hurt me more, I pray for you, man. I think about you. I hope that you get over that. And as far as Eliana's father, I want to just say I apologize for disrespecting you. As a man, I know this is your daughter. I want you to know I'm taking good care of her. And I'm trying my best as a man to take care of your daughter as much as possible. I don't want any problem with you. I don't want no smoke with you. I don't want no smoke with none of y'all. What y'all did to me, that woke me up. You know, it's powerful when people come together, what you could do. Y'all got together and y'all accomplished y'all goals, and you're very powerful. What if you did something positive with that? What if you came together and did something way more positive? I'm not a pedophile. I'm not any of the things that you accuse me of. So you're falsely accusing somebody on accusations and propaganda. And the legal system will always find out the truth because they're going to do the investigation. But I want you to know Larry, that I understand I started it. I disrespected you on live. The first time we got on live, I disrespected you. And I apologize as a man to you because I was just trying to be a man, be macho. Truly, I always, wanted you to accept me. You know what I'm saying? I wanted you to accept the fact that, I was a man for your daughter now. And, I realized that people put that battery in your back. People was like, fuck that. You gotta let him do that. And it became, so I was a part of creating the drama that I'm going through with you right now. I got a big ego. My ego, I have a lot of pride. I want to be sovereign. I'm a man. I want to feel like a man sometimes, so I could be dominant. But the truth is, I like you. I wanted to have a relationship with you, because I'm in love with a woman that looks like you. And I just ask your forgiveness and disrespecting you the first time we ever met online. You was only trying to give us some advice, telling us to get our paperwork. I remember that. I was kind of rude. I thought about that when I was in the cell. I thought about a lot of stuff that I did. And this don't mean I'm being humble. And I work. It was humbling. It was very humbling to be in that cell. And this don't mean I'm going to be a pussy. I'm still going to be strong. But when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I want you to know I apologize if you feel I have ever mistreated her. And I'm going to do my best to be a protector and provider and to take care of the family. And I want to have a relationship with you so you can see your granddaughter and any other children we got. You know what I'm saying? And I have. Even in our differences. I am still me, man. I'm still nutty ass me. Don't ever think that, he changed. No, I've learned some things. I'm more of who I was. I'm more of who I already was. I'm still gonna make mistakes. I'm still gonna be mean. I'm still gonna be crazy. That's who I am, man. But I just tell you that I realize that I disrespected you. And I want to apologize about that, man to man. And tell you that, I was wrong. To any of my haters that I blocked, I apologize. I realize we're all sensitive people. And maybe I blocked you and it made you become a hater. I realized that I created a lot of my haters because I blocked y'all. Instead of just dealing with the adversity, I wanted to create a harmonious environment by blocking people that had different views out so I could talk to the people that agreed with me and we can form up something. I wasn't thinking about how it made you feel to block you. That's why I unblocked everybody. So I created a lot of that. I created a lot of haters just by blocking people. A lot of people were being rude, though. I had to block them and being, just being rude and exercising their demons upon our
You should be self-reflecting and realizing that whatever happens to you is not who you are. is just making you to become a better person of who you are. My most happiest times was when I was homeless and being out with my friends in Babylon for, well, what were so-called, because let's get it correct here, they were not really my friends because they were not really taking care of me. They were just using me. And that's what a lot of relationships are like in Babylon. And you have to realize what around you is healthy for you and what is not, and let go of that, because that will keep you in a space where you're going to stay vibrating in a negative way. When I was in Babylon, I got into a lot of trouble. Just not having any guidance and things like that. I was into prostitution, and I was naive. I even had a moment where there was a guy who put a fake check in my bank account and was negative like $10,000. And I was like, oh shit, that was crazy. But I come to terms with like all of that, and I never let those things rule over me. And you can see that by how I act and how it is that when you're around me, that I don't let those hold a negative space. And I think that it's important for everyone to keep a healthy perspective, to be able to share their stories and their journeys, because everybody's journey is not the same. And a lot of times we get caught up with other people's lives to where we forget that we're living our own, and that we also too have things that happen to us. But we're so caught up with like, oh my gosh, she's on here saying that she did this and this and this, when we're forgetting that at the end of this lifetime, you're not gonna even be held accountable for what I did. You're going to be held accountable for what you did. And so what I did has nothing to do with you. I'm just here to help those who feel like they've done things in their life and they can't move past it.
That they're hurting for money right about now, unless they have somebody else that's
Because
supporting
you pretty
them.
much was the breadwinner after he got out of jail.
I was the breadwinner from before he went into jail. I took care of the whole family the whole time he was in jail. I fed everybody. I paid for our gas. I did everything for us.
Oh, okay.
But mostly because I wanted, baby Eliana didn't have any, they were making her use, disposable diapers and things that, like, forget about, they didn't like that. Like, I didn't like that. I wanted baby Eliana to have everything pure and good quality stuff, because I just really felt, she was just a precious little baby and she needed somebody in her corner. So I wanted to be
That's
that.
right.
So I brought presents for her. I brought all of her little supplies. And I tried to help out while I was there. And
Unless why am I still calling him Chief? Well, I mean, that's what I've been calling him for a while. I was calling him Eligio.
until like I met everybody in person and they were all calling him Chief. So, you know, what am I going to do? Still call him Eligio and be like, you know, that girl? No. First, I think before I answer questions, I'd like to tell a little bit about my childhood. I had a very unusual childhood, and I think that was a catalyst for my initial interest and feelings towards Chief and the situation in Carbonnation as they were, I kind of came in when they were getting ready to like leave Mexico, and, you know, all of the trolls were kind of really coming in on them and, you know, finding their location and things. And so my story is, and I think people will understand a little bit better once I explain this. Okay, so when I was born, my mother and my father, they did not get along. And I guess, you know, they separated and whatnot, like right before I was born, I think. So my mother, and this was like back in 1980, so it was a while ago. So my mother, you know, had me, and then my birth father, he didn't agree with, my birth father is Native American, well, mostly, and, you know, very much into the natural lifestyle, purity, you know, just collecting from the earth what you need, you know, not harming animals, you know, saving the planet. He was all into that kind of stuff and natural living. So when my mother had me, he somehow thought that she was going to be an unfit parent. And so he fought, I guess he fought for custody, and he lost, as was customary back then, because, you know, the women would typically get the baby, you know, unless there was some, you know, other, you know, intense reason, I suppose. So he fought for custody and he lost, and my mom got full custody, but he got visitation, I don't know, once a week or once every other week. I'm not sure what the rule was. And so the very first visitation he got with me when I was like just a newborn, right? He just took me and we went into the woods. So this was going to be in like Michigan, okay, where my tribe was, the Sioux. So Chippewa is what the white man called us. But so, you know, we were in northern Michigan by the Great Lakes and stuff. And so we went into hiding. We had fake aliases, and we traveled all through the wilderness, all up into Canada, and through Canada in the, like, you know, the Northwest, and then into Alaska. And so we would like hide along the way, and people would help us and hide us. And meanwhile, the federal, you know, marshals or whatever were looking for us because my mom, you know, had sent people, you know, to, you know, she filed for, you know, kidnapping charges. And so, but my father, he was real, you know, he was real into not letting, you know, me be tainted by, you know, the system, the government, the white man, you know, schools, the military, anybody. He was very much against that whole Babylon system, you might say. And so he always instilled that into me, that, you know, nature and natural living was the place that you should be, and that you know, you should live your lifestyle. So when I was 5 years old, the federal marshals, they did come, they found us. My dad was working on a some sort of, I don't know, a houseboat or something, or a fishing boat. So yeah, so they came with like machine guns and, you know, threw him on the ground and had their guns to his head. And they told me, like, don't worry, little girl, we're going to take you back and give you to your mother. So I was terrified, and they put me, you know, so I never saw my dad again. And so these, you know, these horrible, evil Babylon monsters with guns had taken me away from my daddy, and brought me, they shipped me from like orphanage to, you know, home, from like state homes, like child protective homes, all the way to the East Coast where I was reunited with my mother. But I don't know about that. I don't know why exactly she wanted me back, because she never really spent much time with me or bonded with me after that point and growing up. And I had a really traumatizing childhood. Like, I was nonverbal, so from age 5, when when I was returned to my mother, I didn't speak, and I was nonverbal. So they brought me like to this institution, and it was just like scientists in lab coats, and they would like show me pictures of things, and I was supposed to guess what there were behind the card. And we would just do that day after day after day. And I think now it was like, those were like MK Ultra guys. I don't know. They were like trying to get me to like see something like behind the wall, and I don't know. So eventually at age 7, I did start talking again, and that's when they put me into regular school. But I was always different, and I never really fit in. I was always trying to like go outside and run away into the forest and hide and things. And I never appreciated school. I never wanted to be told what to do. I just wanted to go out into the woods and like be an animal. So that's kind of how my childhood started. So, now move forward to my current life. And I'm in the position now where, I wasn't when I was younger, but I'm in the position where I have bought and sold real estate and invested in things like that. But, it was always just as, a means to, continue living, a nice lifestyle and things. I inherited some money when I was younger. And so I've just been kind of living off of that. I don't believe in working per se. I mean, I have nothing against people who work, but if you don't have to, and, you can try to follow your dream, then why not? That's what I say. So anyway, so here enters, this story. All right, so we there was a point where they were going to release Chief from the political prison, but he needed a plane ticket like before, the end of the business day, and then they would let him out. So, I was contacted, and they said, will you buy us a ticket? Buy a ticket for Chief and me, because that was Nana. And to go to the States, because he was getting deported. He just needed to go to the States. So they had, they had a certain place they needed to go to meet with the lawyers and things here stateside. And so they met me. They met me in San Francisco, and we met with the lawyer. And then we stayed a couple of days, and then we headed down south. And so there was a couple stops we had to make to get to where we were going. And in the airport, when we were all together in the airport, and Chief wasn't feeling well because he had like a bad ulcer in his stomach, and he was just like laying on the floor, like moaning in pain. Like, he was really not feeling well. And I was just like in a good mood. I was happy that like they were safe and, together. I was happy that I was like helping them. And I was showing him a picture of one of my friends, like, oh, look, this is my friend. I want her to come visit us, one day. And like, oh my gosh, the mood just turned, and like Nana was like, oh. And she was like, are you gonna bring her as a wife? And I was like, ooh, like, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just like happy. I was in a good mood. I was just looking, I was showing him my friend. And I was like, well, I don't know, like, whatever, she's just my friend. And then I was like, well, and I could feel that there was like some tension. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna, go for a minute. And anyway, so I came back, and like, I don't know, we had to have like a meeting, a talk about like what I did and how that offended Nana and this and that. And I was like, dude, I was like, I'm never going to show you any pictures of girls ever again. Don't worry. And so like, he didn't really like my response because, you know, I tell people how it is. So I was having problems and we weren't even out of the airport. So I was just like, okay, well, I knew for sure, okay, I definitely won't show him any pictures of women in front of Nana. So whatever. So I was over that. So then in the hotel that night, the night that everything kind of really went bad, it was like, you know, I had my own bed. They had their own bed. Okay. And, you know, we were all getting along okay that night. But, you know, and there was nothing really that was like really gonna happen. Like, I mean, he went and took a shower. Okay. And I was just sitting over on the bed. And Nana like stands up and just starts staring at the wall. And I was like, are you okay? And she's like, she just kept staring straight ahead. And I was like, what the fuck? And then so Chief starts calling her like to come into the bathroom and help him or whatever, get out of the shower. And she just didn't answer. And he was like, you know, he kept calling her and she didn't answer. So I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck is going on, you guys? And then so finally he gets out and he's like, what's wrong with you? And she's like, I don't want to be here anymore. And he's like, why? What's going on? And she's like, just take her. Just take your ring and go be with Kaja if that's what you want. He's like, I'm not even doing anything. I haven't even done anything with her, which is true. We didn't do anything. I hugged him when I first saw them in the airport. We all did a group hug. That's the only physical contact we were having. It was so ridiculous. Like, I mean, even if there was like a little flirtation in the air or something, like there was nothing that we had actually done. There was nothing. It was just all energy, and it was mostly all in her head. But anyway, so he started talking to her, and she was like getting her backpack on and packing up everything. She takes the baby. Finally, she's like, I don't want to be here. Fuck you. And so she opens the hotel door, which, yeah, I had paid for that hotel room. That's my hotel room. My name is on it. I'm responsible for it, right? So she goes out, you know, whipping the baby around, you know how she does in her arm because she's not going to let that baby go. She goes out into the hallway, you know, the door shuts behind, and I can hear because the elevators are right there out the door. And she's like, fuck you. And she's just pounding, like, boom, like punching holes in the fucking wall, pounding the the elevator door, kicking shit, you know. And true, I wasn't visibly seeing that, but I could hear it. And she was doing all that with the baby in her arms, you guys. So number one, that's not right there. Okay. So I was already pissed off. But, you know, I was just sitting there. I was seeing how it played out, you know. I mean, I was hoping that like the hotel people didn't call the police. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I was pissed off because, you know, you don't do things like that. You don't disrespect people like that in their room. Yes, it was my room. Okay. I'll get to phone calls in a little bit. So anyway, so Gianna, you can't be doing that. And I was like, oh my God, these people. It was like an episode of Jerry Springer out there. It was ridiculous. And so finally he grabs her back inside the room or whatever. And, you know, he's like, no, stand there and, you know, let me talk to you. So he, you know, he talked to her, he calmed her down after a while, you know, after some time. And I'm just sitting there like, I'm pissed off. So I just wanted to see, I was like, is he going to throw her out? Like, what is he going to do? Like, but no, I mean, that was never what he was going to do. But I was, you know, I was just watching, seeing how it played out. So then he calms her down and he's like, you know, whatever. And I was like, he was like, okay, come on and sit down. Like, everything's fine. And I was like, no. I said, no, everything is not fine. I said, now that you're done talking to her and I see that you're not going to do anything to, fix the situation or correct your woman, then I guess I'll handle it. So I said, you need to leave, to her. And, she was just like, she was already in like, submissive mode because he had already put her there. So she wasn't talking. She was just quiet. And then I was like, what are you guys fucking looking at? Get the fuck out. And she was like, oh, hell no, bitch. And she comes, and I'm like laying down, I'm on the bed like this. And she comes whipping around. And I'm thinking, what the fuck is she going to do to me? But no, she pretended like she was trying to get at me. And I just kind of sat on the bed, kind of smiling and laughing at her, But, whatever. So me and her, we're having like a yelling match. And I told her, I said, I'm going to tell you what's going on right now. And I laid it out for her. I said, look, you got it in your head that me and Chief was going to, be doing something, there, and you didn't like that because you felt that it was coming. So you threw a tantrum and, stormed off through the ring, acted all a fool in the hallway of the hotel, punched the wall. And then, now he's all tending to you and, and now that he's calmed you down, you're going to be all like cuddly and, he's going to be paying attention to you. So you had it all figured out. I said, good game, checkmate. And he was like all pissed off because he knew that I was telling the truth. We all knew it. And so she was trying to fight me and coming at me and stuff, but half-heartedly because, she never even got to the end of the bed. So eventually, whatever, he talked to me for like 3 hours and like made me sit there and listen to him about why, we shouldn't, ruin this and that. And then, Nana was young and she's just having an episode. And I was like, after a while, he just talks to you and talks to you and talks to you for so long. You're just like, just shut up already. Fine, whatever. I'll let it go. I figured, well, this was going to be the first and only time I'm going to let that happen. I said that to myself and I meant it because when I say something, then I mean it. So, they didn't know that. I didn't say this is the only time this is going to happen because the next time I'm throwing your asses out for real. Because he thought something was like, you've invested so much money into this journey. And, the whole thing was I was going to go down there with them kind of like as, they would be like my friends, my protectors. I was going to go down there and scope out some land, and find maybe a good investment, a little chunk of real estate that would be mine, but I would let them stay on while I came back here and tended my business. I'd see, okay, let's see what they can do with the place. Let's see if they can really do this living in nature and make it beneficial to all of us. I didn't see anything wrong with that. That was my intention. And I always made that clear to them, is that I wanted some partners to go down there, people that basically, I could go down there, I could feel safe around, and, that knew already about living in nature. So they would kind of, we would be beneficial to each other. It would be a good partnership, I thought. So that was why we were all together. And so, I just wanted to let it go for the night. So I did. We went out, we walked around the town for a little bit. It was really late. So we came back to the room. And then, so, it was really late. I was trying to go to sleep and, I assumed they were going to go to sleep. And the little baby Eliana, she was like crying and carrying on. It was like 1:00 in the morning. I'm laying over on my bed. They're on their bed with, whining baby Eliana. Like, if they wanted to do something, be intimate, all they had to do was come over and say, hey, hey, can you, will you lay here with the baby, put the baby to sleep? And I could have fallen asleep. Me and the baby could have fallen asleep together there. And they could have waited for us to fall asleep and they could have done whatever. I would have no problem with that. Okay. But no, they didn't. Instead, they turned the music up, and baby Eliana's like over there, and then they're, and then I started hearing slurping and moaning fucking noises, dude. And I was like, at first I was thinking, is that the baby nursing on Nana, or what am I hearing exactly? And then I was like, oh my God. And then she says, like, oh, this baby's never going to settle down. But then 5 seconds later, like, and it's like, oh my God, are you freaking serious? So I was like, well, I need to stop this, because I was just traumatized. Like, I was laying there thinking, like, well, if I'm feeling this way, how's the baby feeling? So I got up and, like, started like pacing back and forth, like, because I was just trying to, like, give them the hint, like, stop it, there's people awake watching you. And then so Chifa's like, what's your problem? And I was like, I can't go to sleep, I'm taking this melatonin pills. And he was like, you shouldn't be taking that. I was like, well, stop having sex and keeping me and the baby up. And he was like, oh, hell no, what? I can't get my dick sucked? I was like, ew. I was like, what the hell, dude? You just do that in front of people? You do that in front of me? You do that in front of the baby? Like, and so immediately they, like, got up, they were like, he was like, I don't believe you're doing this to me again. I thought we settled all this earlier. I was like, no. I was like, this is not going to work out. I was like, you guys need to leave. He's like, you're just going to throw us out. You're just going to throw her out and throw me out in the middle of the night with the baby. I said, no, you don't have to leave with the baby. I said, you can leave the baby here with me if you're so worried about it. And he was like, what? I was like, whatever. I said, you're thinking I'm throwing the baby out. I'm not throwing the baby out. I said, you guys can leave. I'll hold on to the baby. And so, of course, they weren't going to leave me the baby, but I wanted them to know that it was unacceptable. So, yeah. So they left, and yeah.
Just know the truth, y'all. You feel me? I got the video. Y'all know what happened. Y'all heard it. Y'all seen it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? I'm moving on with my life, yo. Start back teaching. Let me give me a minute, man. Like I told you, give me a minute, man. I just got out of prison, got over the ulcer. Now this. Every new level, new devil. Like every day is some shit. You feel what I'm saying? So, everybody got jokes about my life. You feel me? Now she punched Omac in the eye. You feel me? Like I was like, damn. Yeah. She lumped that nigga shit up too. I'm like, damn. So it is what it is, though. It's like it just got worse and worse and perpetuated. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like, yeah, I was in timeout. I'm glad I got locked up though, because me getting locked up exonerated me. You know what I'm saying? Because when I got out, niggas knew I wasn't a pedophile, or I didn't. None of those charges was real. All of those allegations was false. So that exonerated me. I needed to get locked up. I got locked up, and me getting released exonerated me. So I look back and I'm like, yo, if I didn't get locked up, niggas could still be calling me a pedophile and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that, I'm glad that happened. Plus, it gave me time away and made me reset to the old me, to the original me. When it was just me spending time by myself. I never did that. You know what I'm saying? It was always around my family. And so me being that long in the cave by myself, I just got in touch with the original me, when I first started. You feel what I'm saying? I haven't spent no time by myself truly. And that was some like real reset button for me, man. So it got my mind right coming out. So yeah. Nah. No, when I say cave, I'm talking about that cell I was in. It was like a cave because it was dark. Nah, it's never good with Eliana because one minute she say it's cool, but then the next minute she wailing on us, like, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm a big communicator. My Mercury is in the 7th house. Hey, can y'all start the van?
Yep. You gonna do it?
Check out the grocery list.
Yes,
we do. All right. All right.
Excuse me.
Oh. Hey, who's all going?
Master Newman, Master Solar,
Yeah.
anybody else can go.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Hmm? No.
Can you go get my bag? But make sure my laptop's in there. Oh, never mind. You're gonna need the laptop.
I'm gonna upload.
Yeah. Keep the laptop. And my flip flops. I'm gonna pass this off to you in a second.
I'll hold it for a second now.
No,
You gotta do some stuff.
I'm waiting for my stuff. Recording? Someone said you wanted me to record. Like the same thing with the last time. Okay. Thanks. Okay. All right, Sean. For myself. All right. So who's this?
Oh, that's
This is yours. So yeah, man. Oh yeah, walking to grab the water jugs. All right. I told you I was going to do what I was going to do. So I gave you my word. I just didn't. It just wasn't happening at that time. I knew that. I gave you my word. I knew what was about to happen anyway. Damn it. Fucking water froze too much.
Now she walked off into the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere. We like 2.5 hours from the city.
Yeah.
And she just walks off in the middle of these woods right here. It's a straight path right here that walks off into the middle of the jungle. We don't know who the fuck out here that'll take her and rape her with the baby and nothing. She get an attitude and she just walk the fuck off in the middle of nowhere, yo. With my baby. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is what the shit I'm talking about.
She walked off, man. We were out here, and she had a fucking attitude. It's day 3. I've been here day 3. I mean, they just got here. Day 3, she's been having an attitude, walking off. Like, she's good. People see this. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you're here, you gotta work on yourself. You know what I'm saying? So she's faced with the demons, things she's gotta work on, just like me, just like everyone else here. But the way she responds to that shit is immature. You know what I'm saying? So she just walked off.
So yeah, you saying we gotta stay here, but what if she don't come the fuck back? And like, she a grown ass woman, she walks off into the middle of the woods. This is what I was trying to stop her from doing when she hit me in my face. Cause she'll do this in the middle of the night. She'll walk off into the middle of nowhere. Shit crazy, my nigga. Like, this ain't even...
We having a great day.
Out of nowhere, like, we were smiling, having fun, and then out of nowhere, boom, this flip and just...
Food at the beach, everybody having a good time, and out of nowhere. Music playing, next thing you know, she's just leaving. She's getting up, leaving, talking like she want to fight people. Like, the energy was crazy, and it's out of nowhere. I don't know. She knows what to do. That's the crazy part. She knows what to do.
This shit is more than annoying, my nigga. This shit is crazy because we literally are in the middle of nowhere. Like, we at a private beach. We don't even know where we at, nigga. Like, and it's like she just walks the fuck off down the... Man, she just walks off and like, we gotta stay here. We don't know what's going on with her. Like, this is what I was trying to stop her from doing when we was at the other spot, and I like get the baby. Cause when you do shit like that, you put the baby at danger because you don't have no phone. You ain't got shit. But you going in the woods like on some survivor shit. Does she even got any shoes on her feet? She ain't got no shoes. She ain't got no underwear on. Just a wrap with a baby. That's it.
I know you don't even know what myself is. Move. No, move. Let go of me, please. Please let go of me. I'm trying to get myself. No, you don't even know what myself is. You don't have a lot of work to do. Let me go.
There's some stuff from out here. When I got some oil on this one. But shit, man. I know y'all saying she'll be back. Like I told you, at this point, I was letting it be a revolving door because she needs to learn. But at the end of the day, it's like she needs to go learn. She needs to go back to Babylon and like just go back, bro. Like just go see that ain't nothing else but what we doing. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't nothing. You feel me? She need to just go, man. Like it is what it is. So I don't know what y'all people saying out there. I don't know what y'all talking about, but this is my life. I'm just documenting this so I could cover my ass in this situation because she keep putting the baby's life in danger, and like, cause she's angry, and I'm just trying to be a good father and make sure that she don't do that. I did get her to get in the van so we could drive her to the end of to a public location where next to where we live, but that's as far as we could have got her to do. You know what I'm saying? So, that's that. You know what I mean? So, that's enough. Enough is enough because we got so much more to be doing right now, bro. We building. We literally are going to the realtor right now for the land, the crib. You feel me? We ain't got time for this shit. Like, woke up this morning and it was like something wrong. Like, what? Ain't nothing happening. Nobody do nothing. What's wrong with you? Like, oh, I just can't take it. I'm like, all right, well, go ahead and go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't. What the fuck? You feel me? Like, so what y'all want me to do? You know what I mean? Let's go. Let's get it. You got the address?
Hold up right now.
All right, cool. Let's get it. Let's just ride. You feel me? Like we dropped her off like I told you, bro. She a grown woman. I can't make her do something that she don't want to do. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not letting her come back at this point. She need a little more time out there. Like she gotta really, really go learn her lesson. Like before I let her back in my life. Like I'm not letting her back in my life until she really, really learn her lesson. Like you need to really learn what's going on. I got wives coming in. I got new wives because that's why she really mad. Cause I got like 3 more wives coming in. You know what I'm saying? And then she heard that the wives is coming in. They bringing money. They bringing everything to the circumstance. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't. My that's coming in, bringing something to the table. You feel me? Like they building with me. I got like 3, 4 wives coming in. Like I'm not lying to you. You feel me? And they bringing like things to the table. Like you know what I'm saying? Like resources. You feel me? And so she heard about the woman that's coming. That's my other wives is coming. And they, you know what I mean? And so that's what it is, basically. She just heard about them other women coming and she like, oh, I'm just gonna leave. Like, look, but it ain't for you then. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna have like 10, 14 wives. I'm gonna let you know that right now. So that's just how I'm giving it up. That's how I live before you. That's how I live. I'm gonna live after you. Like, now I'm dealing with wives that don't. Does that matter to you? You with me? You with me? Thank you. They coming soon. Like y'all gonna see them. They official too. Like older women. Like ain't no little young girls. I ain't dealing with no young girls no more. Older women. I got like 4 wives on deck. That's coming. Like y'all see them when they get here. I'm not. No, I'm not. And they bring in finances. They bring in like they gonna help my circumstance. They not sitting here taking away from me. You know what I'm saying? So she knows about all the wives that's coming, and she knows about that. And so she was just like she didn't want to conform, and she like being negative. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like I'm gonna move forward with my life. You feel me? I'm a grown ass man. I've been doing this before Eliana. I am gonna put out the video, show you what happened, and I am aware that CPS could take our child when she get back to Babylon. I am aware that. I am aware that Pops is still there, and his trophy is our daughter. What could I say? She knows that. She knows that there's a possibility that Pops, as soon as she gets back to the States, could call CPS because of what happened in that video, and that happened. But look, I tried. Like I can't make her do something that she don't want to do. Oh, that's called holding her hostage. I can't do that.
Look, y'all, we know our children, all right? And whether they doing this to survive or whether they doing this to because they brainwashed, because they can't get out mentally. Physically they can bounce, but mentally they can't because physically they can't.
Physically, they can't.
And I'm just gonna be real with
That's
y'all.
right. Just
Physically
like in that other
and
that
mentally,
video that was, the pictures, it shows that when one on want to leave, they can't.
right.
Chief. This one don't need to be 10 minutes long or nothing, but I do definitely want to reiterate on what I was saying is that we are the highest frequency of the sun. You see, what Chief is speaking is the truth. So there's no way that y'all can talk about what the most honorable Grandmaster Chief is talking about. So what do you have to do? The next best thing that you could do is talk about him and try to make his life seem like something that it's not. You trying to talk about everything that doesn't matter. You're literally a fucking advertisement. You're a distraction. You mean nothing. In the end, you young pharaohs, you Ase divines mean nothing. In the end, you mean nothing. You're literally worthless. All you have done, you're an ad, bro. You're a fucking ad. You don't matter. Skip. Anybody who is smart would skip. The people who are watching you, they're mindless zombies. Your crowd are zombies. Your crowd are not divine beings. Your crowd is slaves. Look at the way that the people, if I go on the pages of the people that are in your room, these niggas is selling shoes. Y'all niggas still smoking GMO weed. Y'all niggas still living in that system. Y'all niggas ain't talking about being self-sustainable. My nigga, you in Buffalo. Y'all niggas in places where humans are not supposed to be, especially melanated beings. You know your DNA shut off, my nigga. You know it. And you know our DNA is activated. You know it. You know that you are keeping people asleep when you could be leading them. You could be showing them, hey, you know what? I'm fucked up. I can't leave where I'm at. But you know what? You can. Y'all should go and live in nature. Y'all should go and live in tune with nature. Y'all should go. Hey, I know y'all might not fuck with him, and I know I talked a lot of shit about him, but hey, you know what? What he's saying is the truth. The truth is the truth. You can never deny the truth. What you can do and what you have been doing is modifying the truth. And you've been giving people that genetically modified information. And what happens when you give an organism, what happens when you give a cell genetically modified information? It starts to behave in a way that it's not supposed to behave. And when it behaves in a way it's not supposed to behave, it becomes destructive to itself and its environment. And it becomes self-destructive. It will actually begin to kill itself. It will do things that will lead to its own destruction. Y'all niggas is cancer cells. We're the truth. We're the truth. We don't look sick, my nigga. We look good. Y'all niggas is actually sick. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you and I feel bad, yo. I feel bad. I'm like, yo, he's still in that same fucking room with that same blanket. Y'all still talking about Chief? Like, yo, like, I feel bad because, but I understand. I can't feel bad because I understand it's your program that y'all can't see the truth. You're so intelligent. You're such an intelligent person. Y'all niggas are so intelligent. If only you would use it for righteousness. Just because you're intelligent doesn't mean you're moral. Y'all some real immoral people. Y'all some very immoral people. You don't have MODs. Y'all niggas want clout. Y'all will take the truth and modify it and give it to the people just for attention. Let it be known. Need I repeat myself? There are zero charges. To this day, there's zero charges. They actually have to let him go. There's zero charges. I can go ahead and talk about the politics of the situation, but you know what? Don't really matter right now because the truth always wins. God's children are protected. We straight. We always gonna be good, and we always gonna come out on top. My problem, my problem is that we allow these trolls to thrive. Not even thrive. We allow these trolls to run the internet. That's my problem. No problem. I get it though. You actually play as a filter and you actually help us because what you do is you play as like a magnet, okay? Because you're a low vibrational being and you feed off of low vibrational things and that's what you put out, low vibrational things. You play as a magnet for us and you pull all of the demons into your room and you show us their names and you keep them away from us. You keep them in your room. People who are genetically modified, you keep them away from us. You keep devils away from us. So I'm actually grateful for you playing that filter. You could never trying to get one of God's children to stumble. You might as well tie a fucking bricks to your neck, tie stone slabs to your neck, and throw yourself in the ocean, bro.
I got the $300,000. It's all gone now. I don't have no more to give. You can't join me unless you have something to offer me. Somebody gave me $300,000 and I gave it all back to those people that everybody that came here, I took care of them. And I'm still taking care of the people here. Am I not?
Facts. That's a fact.
You guys are here, right?
Yep. Facts.
From day one, have you ever spent any dollar? No. How much money would you say I spent? Just on y'all, just on you since you've been here. If you had to tally up a number, just one person.
I don't even know.
Thousands on thousands. A lot.
It's a lot
Thousands
of
on
money. I know
thousands.
that for
A lot of
sure.
money.
So, Key, how much money did I spend?
300,000. 300,000. Like that.
300,000. I'm a clown. I'm a fucking clown, my nigga. People ask about joining Melanation and what it takes to join Melanation, to join my tribe, like the tribe here, so-called tribe here. And many people have said many things about me, and I don't seek to defend myself in any kind of way, but I do have some things I want to get off my heart from my perspective. I feel like I just want to talk about it on my page as far as joining me. As I sit here on the side of the road, my gas runs out, and so they're going up ahead to go get gas and get a gas can. I ran out of gas here. Got the squad in here. We in the van.
We telling everybody to leave Babylon and go to Costa Rica, and you don't even have a place for them to go, and they setting themselves up for failure because Costa Rica is real expensive. And I was like, and we got 90 acres. Why don't we just set them up there? They can get in tune, right? And he said it wasn't about them getting in tune. They got to do it by themselves, and that's it. Well, his job is just to leave the message, is to deliver the message.
Got the squad in here. We in the van.
Because you pissed away $300,000 that Key gave.
And I was actually talking to somebody, and a lot of people hit me up like, "Reflection, you changed my life. You and on this path, I've heard this 100,000 times. People come to me and they're like, "Oh my God, oh my God." I want to tell y'all. I want to give y'all a secret of mine that I don't like to talk about, that I'm going to tell you about. Let me make sure this charges. When I set out to do the right thing, I've always had knowledge and wisdom and knew what it took for us to be free. I haven't always known all the answers. As when I got closer to the equator, I've learned more. As I experienced helping people, I've learned more about giving and helping people and try how to effectively help people. You think that you just need to just help people, and that's what I've done. I want to let you know right now, Reflection, and I'm embarrassed to say this because it's my fault. In 1 year, helping people, I've spent $300,000. I'm not playing. The people that you see talking about me online, I spent my money taking care of them. I bought them food. I gave them shelter. I bought them tents. I bought them everything that they asked for. Cell phones. Everybody here that stays with me, I take care of everybody. Nobody has a residual income here. I take care of everybody here. I took my money, my money that was given to me by Key outside. Somebody donated me about $300,000. And the journey that you've seen Melanation and the Ethereans on, I funded the whole thing. And right now I have no more money. No more. That 300,000 is gone. And when that money left, they left. And that's the secret nobody wants you to know.
Everybody that came there, you invited them. You said, yeah, you could come, and you gave him Key's money. And then you complain about they took this and they take that and they leave. Nigga, you ran everybody that was there out.
I have no reason to lie to you. And when that money left, they left. And that's the secret nobody wants you to know.
And then you complain about they took this and they take that and they leave. Nigga, you ran everybody that was there out.
I'm embarrassed because although my intent was good, I was foolish. For me, I need people I need music producers. Like, I want to put my message into a music form, right? I have a studio. I have what is it, Logics, the new Logics. I need an engineer that knows how to do Logics. That you don't need money if you know how to do music because that's what you have to give. You have to give engineering. And if you wanted to live a life like I'm living and you were an engineer that knew how to use Logic, then that would be beneficial to me. I would let you in my presence. And as long as me and you got along and astrological energies, were compatible, I would let you come here without having, finances. That's not the only way you could be in my presence. What I'm just saying is this. A lot of people asking me to join me.
We telling everybody to leave Babylon and go to Costa Rica, and you don't even have a place for them to go, and they setting themselves up for failure because Costa Rica is real expensive.
So I got the $300,000. It's all gone now. I don't have no more to give. You can't join me unless you have something to offer me like music. I have a band, a live band. I want people that know how to play instruments around me. I want people that know how to work that studio I got around me. Like if you one of them people, then holla at me because you got a residual income and you want to camp where I'm at because I ain't gonna lie to you. I know Costa Rica. When you come to Costa Rica as the black community, this is my domain. Anybody gonna tell you that? Costa Rica is my domain. You come to Costa Rica, you gotta Costa Rica, nature boy. Costa Rica, nature boy. This is my domain. You touch ground here. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I go.
Well, well, well. Quiet on the set. Quiet on the set. Quiet on the set. Yeah. While he doing all that talking, some of the dudes took a long walk to the gas station. To the gas station. They took that long walk to the gas station. You feel me? Now I thought it was some more videos, or I don't know what happened to the queue, but yeah, I thought it was more to that. But that 3,000. That last video was called 300,000 reasons. Nature Boy before Carbonation TV. So that was roughly 22 videos altogether. It took 2 hours and 39 seconds. And there's still more left. Quiet on the set. While you tripping in the house. Hold on. Let's see here. What's good? Why you tripping off me? I'm just seeing you. Velvet Father is also on the payroll. I don't know. He seemed all right to me. I don't know. He comes in and watch the show sometime. I saw Latanya's mod blocked him, and they didn't even know. They didn't even know that they blocked her father. But he, I can't. I only can say everybody have a right to their opinion. I only can go by what I can see for sure. I have to be an eyewitness myself. So I'm trying to see if I left anything out of this marathon. Because what we can do is switch over to his lordship files and see what's over there on that end. You see what I'm saying? But I think we covered everything because a lot of these videos are long. I tried to pick all the ones that were short. Now there was one that was called. There was one called "It's a Good Thing Carbonation is Not on This Level." There's one called "Nature Boy Fresh Out." Pop speak on Nature Boy. That's what I'm looking for right now. I thought the one there were three. There was part one, two, and three. Not so innocent Aya part of this marathon. So make sure you catch the playback. You saw Escape from Carbonation. They got 1.5 thousand views. There's one called well, this one ain't a part of that, but Debbie Downer versus Rhetorical Reggie. We started out with the Carbonation bootlegs, and then we had a little bit of audio problem. So there's one where I do kind of like a parody of Nature Boy, and that's the one I'm looking for. So I'm looking. I'm looking. Thanks for hanging in there. Those that are watching, feel free to go get some Kool-Aid right now and stuff. Fix you a bologna sandwich or whatever, and uh, and then we back at it. Yep, I did have a love and flip flop series of my own. So I'm looking. Let me see. Looking through the playlist, there's a lot of videos here. Uh, Carbonation TV parents get together. Let's see. Looking through the list. Yep, that's true, Evelyn. That is very, very true. Very true. I couldn't have said it better myself. I'm gonna look at this list one more time, and then I'm gonna go over to his lordship's playlist or video list, basically. Yeah. Hmm. How to start your own code? Well, yeah, we're gonna roll out on that. We're gonna roll out and see what's up with his lordship video list. And thank you, Why You Tripping Off Me. Those videos was courteous of Why You Tripping Off Me. We couldn't have did the marathon without you. Now, going over to my videos, let me sort by oldest. Well, thank you. Much respect, Evelyn Underwood. Likewise, right back at you. Right back at you. You know what comes with living. Um, wisdom come with living. Sometimes it don't, but in your case, age and wisdom came hand in hand. Hand in hand. I don't see much on carbonation from his lordship. That's the dog right there. Maybe we should switch over to a video. Nah, nah, we ain't gonna switch over. Nah, nay. There is some straggle videos that I didn't play though. Mhm. Well, this is a nice intermission. After like when you watch JFK or Once Upon a Time in America, whatever. After 2 hours, there is like a 10-minute intermission, so you can look at it like that. It's this an intermission. So I'm just giving people a chance to whatever, roll their blunt, fix their drink, stretch their legs. You know what I'm saying? Because tonight is a marathon show, especially being under quarantine. And we're back. Oh, okay. People is stepping out of the room. Stepping out of the room. So let's keep the people entertained. This next video got to be a make it or break it video. So I'm looking at this list. Oops, I did not want to do that. It's a lot of noise in the background tonight. So I see such and so and so. Well, this is what I do since we got the virus thing popping off and all this other stuff popping off. What we're gonna do is we'll get into Big Brother. And there's a lot of noise in the background. We're gonna sidestep and we're gonna get into to Big Brother. Let me roll that commercial, and then they'll go into the flick. Oh, I done lost it now. Oh, there you go. Let's see there and see there. And yeah, let's roll this. This will be about the book 1984, and then after that, we'll roll out. You know what I'm saying?
Reducing this threat or living with it, there is no escaping either the gravity or the totality of its challenge to our survival and to our security. A challenge that confronts us in unaccustomed ways in every sphere of human activity. This deadly challenge imposes upon our society two requirements of direct concern, both to the press and to the president. Two requirements that may seem almost contradictory in tone, but which must be reconciled and fulfilled if we are to meet this national peril. I refer first to the need for far greater public information, and second, to the need for far greater official secrecy. The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society, and we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweighed the dangers which are cited to justify it. Even today, there is little value in opposing the threat of a closed society by imitating its arbitrary restrictions. Even today, there is little value in ensuring the survival of our nation if our traditions do not survive with it. And there is very grave danger that an announced need for increased security will be seized upon by those anxious to expand its meaning to the very limits of official censorship and concealment. That I do not intend to permit to the extent that it's in my control. And no official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, civilian or military, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know. But I do ask every publisher, every editor, and every newsman in the nation to re-examine his own standards and to recognize the nature of our country's peril. In time of war, the government and the press have customarily joined in an effort based largely on self-discipline to prevent unauthorized disclosures to the enemy. In times of clear and present danger, the courts have held that even the privileged rights of the First Amendment must yield to the public's need for national security. Today, no war has been declared, and however fierce the struggle may be, it may never be declared in the traditional fashion. Our way of life is under attack. Those who make themselves our enemy are advancing around the globe. The survival of our friends is in danger, and yet no war has been declared. No borders have been crossed by marching troops. No missiles have been fired. If the press is awaiting a declaration of war before it imposes the self-discipline of combat conditions, then I can only say that no war ever posed a greater threat to our security. If you are awaiting a finding of clear and present danger, then I can only say that the danger has never been more clear, and its presence has never been more imminent. It requires a change in outlook, a change in tactics, a change in missions by the government, by the people, by every businessman or labor leader, and by every newspaper. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of elections, on intimidation instead of free choice, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. No expenditure is questioned, no rumor is printed, no secret is revealed. It conducts the Cold War, in short, with a wartime discipline no democracy would ever hope or wish to match. Nevertheless, every democracy recognizes the necessary restraints of national security. And the question remains whether those restraints need to be more strictly observed if we are to oppose this kind of attack as well as outright invasion.
What's up? What's up? This is Why You Tripping Off Me in the building. I think there's some things going on this evening. Might be some sports or whatnot. So if you catch this now, you can catch it later. It is all good. But I will not repeat myself during this show. During this show, I'm not going to go back. I'm just going to keep going forward. I'm going to say what I got to say, get in, get out, but I'm not going to refresh or rehash. You would just have to check out the replay. Today's topic is about the book 1984, George Orwell's and Big Brother. Um, I did mention Big Brother before and on while I was live, stuff like that. And I noticed in the chat room that a couple of people, or at least one, said, "Who is Big Brother?" And I was surprised they didn't catch that reference. But the book is 70 years old, but people still, they still, you know, come across that book either in school or something like that, mostly in school. My son just got through watching an animated movie that was basically it was Animal Farm, but told in animation. So yes, George Orwell wrote Animal Farm, if you're familiar with that. And then he wrote 1984, which was his claim to fame. Also, his uh, his book, believe it or not, when the President Trump was inaugurated, the book sale of 1984 went up 9,000%. And the copyright is, this happened right when the copyright became public domain. So that's interesting. So now they're going to republish, I think, 75,000 copies as a physical book. So that's something for you to, food for thought. If you want to read this book or get the PDF or listen to now the audio version of this book is 10 hours. So you pick your poison, you know what I'm saying? But now a lot of people do know about this book, so I'm gonna get this part out the way. Basically, the plot and the summary, and then we're gonna get into each character and stuff like that. Now, 1984 is set in a possible future in which the world has been ravaged by war, and hungry and fearful citizens must pledge allegiance to a paranoid regime that keeps them ignorant through misinformation. Okay, Winston Smith, the main character of the novel, lives in London, though England is now called Airstrip One, and Airstrip One is part of a large superstate called Oceania, which comprise of all of Britain, Iceland, Australia, and New Zealand, and as well as the Americas in Southern Africa. Now, 1984 was written in 1948 during a period of time where they definitely, if they did have TVs, it definitely wasn't flat screens. They didn't have TVs, and this was post-nuclear war. It was, this is science fiction, but even though the book was written in 1948, in the story there was a nuclear war in the 60s. So um, they had this thing called I think it was called, I forgot what it's called, but it was like a television, but it was oval shape, and it was flat, and it had a monitor that can see you, and you can see the TV, and it can see you, but it wasn't called it was called tele like a tele talk or a tele, and that's messed up because that's a very important to the story, but it'll come to me later. But it's called basically it's a talking TV. It's called a tele talk or something like that. So anyway, it's a two-way television set, but it wasn't square. It was oval shaped, and they could see you as clear as you can see it. Um, because this is old school sci-fi. Back then, they didn't realize that a camera could be the size of a needle. Today, back then, they had a round shape camera underneath the oval big screen, and it had like some kind of fluctuation going on, so you could tell that it was on at all times. Basically, you being monitored. There was no privacy, and only certain class of people can afford these two-way television sets, and that's the people that was mainly concerned with. And most of those people worked for the government. The pros, which was the lower class citizens, they didn't have to really concern themselves with that. But we'll get into the pros later. Not much will be said about them except that they're just factory workers, baby making machines, and their ignorance made their life pretty pretty nice because of their ignorance. Um, but anyway, in Oceania, a force called Big Brother watches and spies on people through the telescreen. That's what it's called. The telescreen. All right. Which are like TVs that transmit both ways. It does double duty, spying on the citizens and transmitting pro party propaganda. My favorite word. Instructions and calisthenics, pro Big Brother music, and more. So Big Brother had its own music that it broadcasts that the pros love to hear. You can catch a pro singing some of the melodies from the music they hear from Big Brother's broadcast while they're doing laundry and doing chores at home or at the cafe having coffee. They loved it. Anyway, the city is plastered with party slogans such as "War is peace, freedom is slavery, and ignorance is strength." This double think is a concept that rules Oceania. Double think is the ability to hold on to two opposing beliefs at the same time and accepting both of them. But double think concepts can cancel. Yeah, Big Brother is alive and well. Big Brother new name is the NSA and other things like that. If you want to finish seeing that whole show, it's on the Why You Tripping Off Me channel, and it's called 1984 George Orwell, Big Brother Then and Now. So most of the show is about the book and facts about George Orwell, and the rest of the video at the end is about the NSA, and that's the same NSA that Edward Snowden leaked some information from. So I'm about to go into the studio and work on some production stuff, and I might go live again from just like, but I won't be doing anything but just working on studio stuff. And what I let you do is see my screen while I'm working on stuff, just trying to build some virtual instruments. Yeah, we've been going pretty strong there. Let's see here. Let me break out with my turntable to end the show. Yeah, I might have broke my own personal record for live streaming. Wasn't raining in the park. I'm talking communion. Thanks for all this much needed knowledge. Well, I hope I didn't bore anybody, but yeah, I had to get that out. Western Reserve College, one of the top colleges in the world. I heard that. Because we moving on. I had to rinse those videos out because I won't be going back on them soon or anytime soon unless somebody fall to the wayside. But yeah, there's no reason to go back. We only gonna go forward from here. But I had to for those who may not have seen that stuff and didn't know that a whole production was done, you know, on that group. Oh, I heard that, Evelyn. Well, shoot, gone with your bad self. I had no idea. So, it's your boy, Lordship, signing out. Peace and hair grease.
I'm the magnificent.
Tell them what your name is.
I'm the magnificent.
Yo, man, I don't think they heard you. Won't you tell them what your name is?
We out of here, y'all. Peace and hair grease. Thanks for coming through. All right.